Hey everyone, Dana here. Good morning from on the road. Stefan and I we were in Stralsund and Berlin meeting with people and filming for the video series that we're working on right now. If you haven't seen the other vlog, I will link to it up here. Now Stefan and I have like the second half of our trip. We are now on our way to Hamburg. I noticed something interesting. When speaking English, I say some German cities with an American accent, like I generally say Munich and Cologne, but I say Hamburg, instead of Hamburg, which I think would be like the American pronunciation, Hamburg, but I generally say Hamburg. I mentioned something really cool on Instagram yesterday. I posted about how for this video series, I met up with and filmed with Vincent Hare, and he told me about something so cool that's going on here in the EU. The EU, with the European Youth Portal, or through the European Youth Portal, is raffling away free train tickets. You can enter if you are 18 years old this year and you're an EU citizen. They're raffling away these train tickets for the young people to go discover EU. It's with the hashtag Discover EU. And I just think that is so awesome. How cool is that? Stefan was like, I wish I was 18 and I could enter. And you know, I have two things that's missing. I'm like, I wish I was 18 and an EU citizen. And it's not just like 5 tickets or 10 tickets we're talking about here. Since 2018, almost 50,000 18-year-old EU citizens have received free train tickets through this initiative, which that is huge. I will put more information of that down in the description box below. Hopefully by the time this vlog comes out, people are still able to enter. The entry dates are from whatever yesterday was to the 28th of November this year. So for this round, it ends on the 28th of November. We made it to Hamburg. It is cold but sunny. We have sun in Hamburg. I don't know if I've ever done like a room tour, you know, like a vlogger's room tour.
In this chair when you
Okay.
So you're doing a proper room tour. That means you have to go out and then act like as if you were never in the room and then come back in.
So I've turned on the lights, and when you first come into the hotel room, there's a place to hang the jackets over here, which we have already done. Over here, very convenient, is a place to put your shoes. Stefan, the good German that he is, has taken off his shoes, and I will now also take off my shoes before continuing into the hotel room. Over here, it goes into the bathroom. Americans, do you know what this is? This is a heater, and ooh, it's so nice and warm. And actually, when I first moved to Europe, I had never seen heaters like this in the bathroom, and I was really confused. I was like, what is that ladder looking thing in the bathrooms? Yeah, it's a heater. The toilet and a toilet cleaning brush, and this is the flusher for the toilet, and we've got little flush and a big flush, depending on if you need a little flush or a big flush. Our room comes with a really special feature. It comes with a Stefan. A few things that I noticed just as far as like hotel room in Germany versus the US goes. Coming in, turning on the light, you know, I had to put my card in that little slot there. I would say that's pretty common. I've seen it all around Germany and around Europe in general. If you don't put your key card in there, then when you hit the light switch, nothing happens. The lights don't come on. That's not something that I think I've ever seen in the US. At first, it confused me in Europe. You know, I came in and I was like, why don't the lights turn on? It makes a lot of sense because then you don't have to run the risk of forgetting to turn off the lights. When you leave, you grab your key card and the lights turn off. And then as far as the bathroom goes, you know, there's the toilet brush cleaner. In the US, that's not a standard thing to have in every restroom. Whereas in Germany, that's a pretty standard thing. I made a whole video on toilets. You can check it out here. Oh, and the bed. Yes. Okay. So the bed, this is something that I see quite often in Germany and also around Europe in general, that here you see the bed, it's got 2 duvets. Stefan will have one and I'll have one. Whereas in the US, if you stay in a hotel that has like, you know, one big bed like this, then there would generally just be one comforter for both people to sleep under. I don't think I ever saw it in the US that I went to a hotel and there were 2 comforters like this. And something else that I mentioned was about the shoes. I made a point to say how Stefan took off his shoes and how I was taking off my shoes before continuing into the hotel room. In the US, of course, some people take off their shoes, and sometimes I felt like taking off my shoes, so I would take off my shoes, or a lot of times I do, just because I don't feel like wearing my shoes. But I would say it's just like not as selbstverständlich that would be the case in the US as it is in Germany. It's a thing in Germany that you come into your home, you come inside, and you take off your shoes. Whereas in the US, I would say it's not a thing. Sometimes if we don't feel like our shoes are dirty, then we might just walk around with our shoes on for a little bit, especially if we're planning to leave the house again. Anyway, lange Rede, kurzer Sinn. That's why I pointed out that there's a place for the shoes. Good morning! Today is a bit of a free day, so we're going into Hamburg to explore and hang out in the city. There's this smell that I notice whenever I'm in this area of Hamburg. Let me know down in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, if you've been here. We're at the Speicherstadt, yeah? The location in Hamburg with all those beautiful red buildings. It smells to me like a breakfast restaurant. So like if you go somewhere to have pancakes and waffles and there's maple syrup. Stefan says, you said it's coffee, right?
I think it's coffee.
Maybe, so let us know down in the comments. Do you know what I'm talking about, this smell around here? Does it smell to you like a breakfast restaurant or coffee or something else? Let us know in the comments.
Dana directly has empathy.
Oh yeah, I have empathy for the trash can. Ich fühle mich so leer. Ich habe aber keinen Müll. I don't have any trash to put in you. I'm sorry.
You know it doesn't care.
Yeah, but it says ich fühle mich so leer. I feel so empty. Do you have empathy for the trash can if it says that?
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Good morning. Hello. Yesterday we had a lovely time in Hamburg, and after the sun went down, we went on a walking tour around Hamburg in the evening. But not just any walking tour. We went on a walking tour led by a wanted adventure viewer. She actually is a wanted adventure, like, long-time viewer. She can remember back before Stefan was in the videos. She remembers the video like when Stefan came on with the bag on his head for 50,000 subscribers. That was really cool to go on a tour with her. We learned so many things. Like, okay, for example, with the Rathaus, the town hall. We learned that it has a dark history. I mean, I guess basically every city in the world has some kind of dark history. There's something in its past that is dark, but at least for me, walking around the city during the day and not on a tour, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just looking at the buildings and like, oh, look at that. Oh, that's a pretty building. Oh, that's a pretty building. Okay, cool. And then going on the tour, she told us about the dark history of, for example, the town hall in particular. And yeah, that was last night, and now this morning I'm still thinking about it. I will put information to the tour down in the description box below. Hi Jenny, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the tour. Hello, hello, hello. Look where I am. I'm filming with Hannah from Klein Aber Hannah. Actually, we just finished filming. We filmed stuff for my channel. We filmed stuff for my channel, your channel, and now we're going to eat. We're so hungry. We've been working all day, filming all day. We were on all day. Exactly, we were on the toilet together. Yes, very important.
Came very close.
Yes,
very intimate moment.
yes, very intimate moment. You'll be seeing that soon. We'll be talking about some really interesting things in the video series and on Hannah's channel, so I will link to everything everywhere. But right now, it's time to eat. Let's go eat. We have to go eat. Good morning from Nordrhein-Westfalen. Today we will be filming in Düsseldorf, actually. Stefan and I have come here to Nordrhein-Westfalen lots of times over the years, but I think this will be my first time going to Düsseldorf. And I know that there's, like, I guess a kind of rivalry between Cologne and Düsseldorf. I don't know if I really get it 100%, like what's going on with the rivalry. I know with like Carnival that people from Düsseldorf say something different to celebrate Carnival than people from Cologne do. And I can remember asking Stefan, like I looked at a map and he actually lives outside of Cologne, like about 30 minutes away. And when I looked at the map, I realized he lives 30 minutes from Cologne, but he also lives 30 minutes from Düsseldorf. And I was like, you usually tell people that you're from the Cologne area, but you live the same distance from Cologne and Düsseldorf, or like he used to live the same distance when he grew up here. And so I was like, how do you know that you're from the Cologne area and not that you say you're from the Düsseldorf area? If you live in North Rhine-Westphalia, or do you live somewhere where there's two cities close together that also have kind of like a rivalry like this, how do you decide which city you're from if you live the same distance from both cities? Does that make sense? Let me know down in the comments. Good morning. Hi. Wobei, es ist nicht mehr morgen. I mean, English. Yes. Hello. Good day. Hi. Right now, I'm getting ready to film with Kati from Kettes Reise. I'm really looking forward to it. Kati is also a good friend of mine. And just also, I'm happy to see you again. Yeah, me too. I'm a little nervous. You can do it. Yeah, I will. Yes.
Hello, we are back on the road, but this time driving from North Rhine-Westphalia back home to Munich. Wow. Yeah, I can't believe we're on the last bit of this trip heading back to Munich. It has been 14 days, also 2 weeks of travel speaking English and German and Danglish, and my brain is totally confused. 2 weeks of travel, 10 days within those 2 weeks where we filmed for this video series with 11 different people, 700 gigabytes of footage, and that's not to mention how much of our private money has gone into funding this trip. When I was planning this series, I was kind of hoping that maybe we would get a sponsor, but unfortunately so far that hasn't been the case. We'll see what the future holds, what comes in the future. But for me, like, I, no matter what, knew I was going to film these videos. Like, I had to go out and do this. I had to film these videos. For Stefan, you know, Stefan has a full-time job. This is his vacation. Like, you know, this was his vacation. And at one point he was like, I could be on a beach right now somewhere, and instead we're driving around Germany and it was cold and gray. And I have to say, I am not sure if YouTube will end up letting me monetize all of the videos in this video series, because some of them are on more, you might say, sensitive topics, or in some of the videos, you know, we talk about sex. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to have monetization on all the videos in this series, but it was just such an important thing that we both wanted to do, and I don't think he regrets it for a moment. No, he said no. Like, this was his vacation, and I'm so happy that we did this. And for me, it is worth every cent that we have spent on this trip doing this. I am so full of emotions after having these conversations with people, and I cannot wait to get home and edit this footage and share it with you. I think the plan is for the videos for this series to start coming out like, I think December. That's what I'm thinking right now, but we'll just have to see how it goes with editing. Like I said, 700 gigabytes of footage. What is this video series about? That will be coming soon. I will announce that in another video, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you do not miss these videos. And you can also follow me on Instagram. I think that's it. Stefan came up with an excellent question. So my question for you is, do you travel for work? If so, what's the longest amount of time that you've been away from home traveling for work? And what are the pros and cons for you that come with traveling as a part of your job? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this vlog, you can hit that like button. You can also subscribe. You can ring the notification bell. You can follow me over on Instagram. And you can also tell your friends that my YouTube channel exists. You know, that also helps. And a really, really, really big thank you so much to our patrons who support us on Patreon and help make these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to support us on Patreon, or if you would like to support us another way, we also have Wanted Adventure t-shirts, and I will put links and info to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen!